like to call to order the July 15th, 2025 regular select board meeting. It is 6 o'clock. First item of business is pledge allegiance. Will you please join us in the pledge of allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Agenda review. Christina? Kathy?
I'm good, thank you.
Nicole?
I just wanted to talk a little bit about the evaluation of rural technical assistance, or BERT they call it, from Northwest Regional Planning.
Okay, so under Newtown business or under community economic, what'd you say it was?
The Vermont evaluation of rural technical assistance, more Newtown business.
Okay. Pearl?
Good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. Steve, good. Brian?
Good.
All right, that was easy. Minutes, regular select board meeting 1 July 2025. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Public comment for anything that is not on the agenda. Good evening, Bob. All right, law enforcement, animal control, page 4. Just a couple items listed there.
If he was on vacation during the month. Excuse me. And I don't know, Nicole, do you have anything on?
I did. I had a lost dog brought to me that was found on Brown Avenue. I posted it on Facebook after they spent an afternoon at the rec department with the rec campers with me, and they were founded, so.
Okay. Anything else animal control wise, folks? All right, moving right along to general orders. The orders are all dated June 18th, 2025 to July 15th, 2025, so we can forego the dates unless you really want to state the date. And I'll entertain a motion to accept the general orders.
I'll make a motion to accept the general orders for $80,760.81.
Or a second?
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Highway?
I'll make a motion to approve the highway orders for $45,478.65.
Here a second.
I'll second that as well.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the highway orders, $45,478.65. Any discussion?
You had signs in here, I see there are the bicycle signs, so I don't know, is that probably the bill for some of that?
I would assume it could be. He ordered them shortly after our last meeting.
They're up, there's one on
Right,
Campbell Bay Road, yeah.
He and I talked today. He got quite a few of them up. There's a couple more that he wants to order, but there's those signs. There are some up on Woods Hill that we bought for the intersection. So I'm not. Where are you seeing that?
Yeah, it's in here somewhere, we just saw it, and then I missed it again.
Under Permaline.
What's that?
Permaline.
Permaline, it should be under.
I don't see it on there.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh, I'm on the.
No, I thought I saw signs in there, but I guess
Oh, you
not.
probably saw the culvert and signs.
Oh, culvert signs,
That
yeah,
was,
Yeah,
that was
that's
culvert
okay.
expenses.
yeah,
Right.
okay.
All right. Bottom line is they have been
Thank you,
purchased and some have been put up. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Library orders. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the library orders for $8,812.54.
Here a second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the library orders for $8,812.54. Any discussion?
Aye.
So my only question, Brian, I know it says replace the sprinkler head. Weren't they doing an inspection as well? For that, it's $3,800, $3,500.85.
That was the down payment.
That's-
There was also,
3587.50, that's rain sprinklers.
right, That was
That was the cost to replace the,
the heads, but
Right.
not the inspection.
It wasn't, so it's just to replace the
Just
heads, they have to
replace
drain
the
it and
head.
everything,
Yeah.
and that's,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay, is that money coming out of the money that we budgeted for library?
that was already
Yeah.
budgeted in the library expense
Right.
last year.
Yeah.
For that work to be done this year.
Alright, so it won't be coming out of special funds.
No, that was
that's,
budgeted last
We knew
year.
it was gonna
Yeah.
need to be done.
Okay.
so.
Okay, any further discussion? There are none, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so moved, payroll orders for highway in general.
Did you skip over the special orders?
Yeah,
There should be some special
No,
orders.
I'm doing it in the order it's on our agenda. That,
Okay.
that may be confusing, I saw the
No, that's
agenda
fine.
order
Oh, okay.
and I slipped
That's
it,
fine.
yeah, I slipped special back
You
underneath,
should
cause I was,
check that too to see where it's.
alright, don't mean to confuse anybody,
Nope,
but,
that's fine, we're good.
payroll orders, highway in general, entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the payroll, highway and general payroll orders in the amount of $36,357.92.
Here, a second.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the highway and general payroll orders for $36,357.92. Any discussion? Hearing none? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Library payroll orders, entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the library payroll orders for $10,529.
Here, a second.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Special orders.
I'll make a motion to approve the special orders in the amount of $77,348.81.
Here, a second.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve special orders, $77,348.81. Any discussion?
Right, go ahead. Go ahead.
go ahead.
On Wright's excavation, is that a partial payment or
Correct.
based, okay.
That's partial payment on a contract that is, 460 something thousand. So that was for the sand and the gravel that they put in so far.
Well,
Whoops.
we'll get a status later on. My only thing is, when we're doing this, you know, we had that, I know we had it before, but we probably ought to have an update of what's in each account every time it changes.
Okay. I handed one out the last meeting.
You could put it right with the orders, you know.
So of the special funds, you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Okay.
you know, because we got so much of it allocated different things, it's hard to remember.
Can't keep track of it all.
Is there any further discussion on special orders? Hearing none, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Fine. This is on.
Oh, yeah, oh.
Just to let you know.
Okay,
She's up next.
now we're gonna exit the regular select board meeting and enter a public hearing on the VCDP grant to the town of Swanton at the Abnaki Food Pantry and Tribal Headquarters located at 100 Grand Avenue. Hello,
Hi,
You're,
go ahead, Brian.
you're right on time, perfect. So, so I guess, Mr. Chair, we'll just let Liz.
We'll let Liz lead us off here and then we'll see if we have any public input to take.
Okay, thank you very much for making time on your agenda tonight. The purpose of this public hearing is for closing out the planning grant that the town sponsored. And the planning grant was for the purpose of paying for all of the kind of, not all, but many of the pre-development costs for architectural engineering studies and other activities needed to be ready for the construction grant that the village applied for and received. So we spent the past 2 years doing a lot of work to get to this point, and would be happy to answer any questions. We went out to bid, and we have a construction manager that was awarded to Millbrook Construction, and we'll be signing that contract as soon as some compliance things for the village's grant are complete. And we expect construction to begin this fall, so that's very exciting. And it is a historic building, so we hope that it makes a positive impact on the historic section of the village and town. And construction probably should take about 8 months, I think.
Could you just outline a few of the highlights of what is the construction part of the project?
Yeah, so it will really benefit the food pantry greatly because right now they've been operating with a whole bunch of freezers and refrigerators that the electrical system doesn't have the capacity to support. So those will be replaced with walk-in refrigerator and freezer equipment that will be very energy efficient. And also, it's a Build America, Buy America project. So everything will be most everything will be made in America. So like that refrigeration equipment, Efficiency Vermont found a American manufacturer. And then along with that, the building will be weatherized. The building envelope will be energy efficient, and the masonry will be restored. So there's a lot of decline in the masonry, and repointing will be done throughout, and the kind of worn out sills and some crumbling cement at the bottom of the pillars that go up the sides will be repointed and repaired. They will have a new roof, and the roof will receive some structural improvements because it's a big span and it's sagging. And it was found by the structural engineer that it needs to be reinforced. So that will, really help take some weight off, like the outside envelope. Then it will be fully ADA compliant. There will be a new ADA parking space on the driveway side and an accessible path from that space to the front door. And the front will get a facelift. It'll have a really nicely rebuilt facade with new porch cover, and then the architect has designed a really nice entrance. So that will just be a nice contribution to the streetscape. So that's a lot of it. Then some interior finishes to upgrade whatever we can, which are probably, kind of second tier in case the project costs come in too high and we have to value engineer, then we'd have to take some of those finishes out. But the other thing is the ADA, the bathroom interior would be fully ADA compliant as well.
Nice. Steve, any
Just had a question, I should know this. Is the cupola still there?
It is still there, and historic preservation was kind of amused by it. They said it's not historic, but just to leave it. So
Is it gonna stay? Is it gonna stay? Will the
What's that?
cupola- Will the cupola stay?
yeah, it'll stay. Yeah,
Yeah, good,
It's-
that's gonna by itself up there.
nice feature.
Thank you.
What's the cost of that project?
Yeah, so altogether it's about like $1 million, just over $1 million, but on a construction side of things, the estimate we got in 2024, if you include all the general contractor markup and the bonding and general conditions, all that was about 900 and 920. But I think that was a 2024 estimate, and I wouldn't be surprised if it comes in closer to $1 million.
Is the grant the only funding source, or what are the other funding sources?
For the construction phase?
Yeah, for the construction.
For construction, we got the Village Community Development Grant, we got Northern Borders Regional Commission. We got, it's a lot. We got Arts Council, M&T Bank, Vermont Housing and Conservation Board for historic, Preservation Trust of Vermont for historic, Efficiency Vermont and Vermont Gas Incentives. I think that's it.
Did they sell tax credits on that?
No historic tax credits. It's a funny thing with historic tax credits. The project has to cost a lot more to make it worth it because you have to pay a CPA and a lawyer so much money to do all the work that it has to be really like worth it to absorb it. And it's actually hard to find CPAs and attorneys who will do historic tax credits in Vermont now.
Okay, thank you.
Are those grants already all approved, or are you still waiting for some approvals?
Yeah, they are approved now, and that's why we went out to bid. So yeah, we're all set to go. They're all in place.
Well, it'll be a very, very good thing for Swanton.
Yeah, we're all very excited. This time
We're
next
all-
year should be a
We're all
beautiful
done with it,
building.
one side, right. We're all done with this after this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
So after the public hearing, basically closing down the investigative, design side of it, and
Yeah.
from the town's perspective, do we have paperwork to sign or something?
I don't think so. I can work with Brian on the closeout. We just send in these minutes. And then I actually haven't done a closeout in many years. So I think they just send the town documentation that the grant is finished. And then we could do one more drawdown just to cover the time it took me to kind of arrange everything. And then if the town had any small invoices you wanted to submit for anything that was grant related. But I don't think there's much for the select board to do after this, if anything.
Okay. Bob, any questions? Don't see any other members of the public in attendance, and we don't have anybody else on Zoom, so I think we're all set. Everybody's good.
All right. Well, thank you again for sponsoring the grant. It's great to work with you and Brian.
All right, have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, gonna go ahead and close the public hearing. That's quite a project.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
It'd be quite an enhancement, it needs it,
Oh,
for
yeah.
the building.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm gonna move on to Highway Department monthly report. I did, put together some notes.
Handout separate.
It's got, some highlighting on it. Crew over the last 4 weeks, several things they've been involved with. Some of it's, beavers on McQuam Shore Road this time. The beavers up on Swanton Hill have actually been taken care of now. They shouldn't be a problem for a while. They've been doing roadside mowing. They've actually removed the asphalt on Swanton Hill last week, so they're prepping for the blasting. Cut some trees on Vian's Road and prep for paving. They did an assist on Lake Street with the village for a water connection. They're doing other preps for paving, cutting back shoulders and so on, and then some vehicle maintenance. Paving, we actually got the formal grant paperwork. Brian has signed it and sent it back to AOT for signature.
How much was that for?
It was a max from the state's 175,
175
Yeah.
from the state. Yeah.
and I think the total we asked was like 193. Swanton Hill Road, I mentioned they removed the asphalt. They were going to get up and do some work in a ditch as early as today. They had something else they were doing first, and then blasting could be happening as early as next week. Got hold of Tyler Billingsley from East Engineering, and he'll go up later in the week and mark the road out on how deep different areas need to be blasted. But it's going to be some areas going to, when it's finished, it'll be 7 feet, but the actual blasting will be 9 feet deep. That's how much material they'll move out of there and haul away. Berry Road culvert design, the formal grant agreement was sent to the town. Brian signed it, sent it to the state. They signed and sent it back. So East Engineering, Tyler Billingsley has been given the go-ahead to begin the design work for the culvert up there, and hopefully we will get that done in time to put out a construction contract for next year. And then on the agenda and listed here is a bid opening for a pickup truck without the back body.
So, we have 3 bids that have been
Oh, we
received.
got 2 more today, huh?
Yeah, we got
Good.
from E.J. Barrett, New Car, and from Handy GMC. So, I'm gonna distribute those.
I'll send 2 that way and 1 that way. If someone wants to open it up and state who it's from and what it states, and then we will probably take, well, we'll see. This isn't like paving where it's just a line item coming back, right? They're giving us their proposal and a price figure in their own way that they do business. Let Nick go first. Who's it from?
This is from Handy Buick. And it says here I believe I should be reading this line, the total taxable price is, actually the total selling price is $70,144.
You say 78?
70,100.
70.
Yeah, $70,144.
They have any special notes or anything that you can see?
Maybe some examples. Like just one example, I guess. Sarah 2500 HD Pro. But no special notes that I see.
Can we look these over afterwards to make sure they're not apples and apples before?
Yeah, well, I was, gonna have Kevin and I sit down,
Yeah.
Joel, and let's do, to make sure we've got.
Yeah, there actually is, it's
Oh.
some basic specifications, but then there are some dealer notes of what's included and so on. So yes, to compare them, that what needs to be done and. Yep. Oh, who you have?
E.J. Barrett and Sons Incorporated. F-250 style side pickup, color white, vinyl seats, air conditioner, AM, FM stereo, 6.8 liter V8 engine, 10-speed auto transmission, 3.73 ratio non-limited slip axle, black sidewall all-terrain, 250 amp alternator, no box. Their price is $46,000 even.
Is that say 4-wheel drive too?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
4x4, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just curious. what you were-
F-250, yeah.
All right,
Wow,
there's a difference.
sure is.
He marked a fair discount on that. right? Or
2,700 concession, manufacturer's retail is 50,450, and he gave us that price.
Nicole, what do you got?
So I have new car commercial sales for a 2025 Ford F-250, 4x4 regular cab, 6.8 liter, 10-speed auto transmission for a total price of $47,033. That's including dealer documentation fees, registration, and title.
And I'm assuming this final bid from Barrett is too.
Okay, so there we have it. 3 bids. That's good. That gives us something to review and to bring back to the board. Anybody have any questions or comments at this time?
Are we supposed to make a decision tonight?
I don't think we have to, and I think we should probably take a good look at what they actually all listed.
I could read out the dealer notes for this one if you want. You want to?
Sure.
Sure, it's a 10-speed automatic, 4 WD black cloth, 2 charge data USB ports, 2-speed electronic shift transfer case, 220 amp alternator, auto dimming inside, rear view mirror, chrome grille, flat black grille insert belts, convenience package, deep tinted glass, electric rear window defogger, easy lift power lock and release tailgate, fully automatic headlights, LED cargo area lighting, LED smoked amber roof marker lamps, OnStar services capable. What was that?
I think there's a considerable difference.
Outside power adjustable black mirrors, preferred equipment group, push start button, remote keyless entry, snow plow prep, camper package, solar absorbing tinted glass, suspension package, and wireless phone projection.
Well, the other interesting thing is I heard something about a tailgate,
Yeah, I
so
did too.
Well,
easy lift, power lock, and release tailgate. Yeah, so I think we should take a good look at, and make a proposal. What's that, Earl?
well, when you requested bids, wasn't it just for a basic?
Yes, and, without going in a lot, some of them called and they tried selling us
Yeah.
everything with the utility body. I said, no, we just want the
Right.
cab, the chassis, that's it, to mount our own thing on it, and so.
Yeah, and I will, looking at this in detail, there it is. $18,295 for the back
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
So when you take that off, now we're into the 52 range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the basic truck is very close, but we said,
Still got a lot of
Still
extras
got-
on it. It probably would be a lot of difference in price if it was apples to apples.
But they had a 220 amp alternator, it was
Yeah.
like 250.
alright, so we get that one back in the
Yep.
envelope.
Who's mowers are not right?
Yes,
Yeah, right.
I remember the taxpayer.
yep.
Um,
So if everyone's good with it, we will do a comparison and let the board make a decision next meeting. Does that work?
Yep.
Yep.
Are you gonna do all three or just gonna do the two that are very similar?
But I think if everyone in agreement, we didn't want the body as part of the price and they put it in there, so it,
Right.
to me, it's already so far out from what we asked for.
Okay, so it'd just be the two,
Yeah,
which I agree, I don't see there's no need to go back on the other one. Cause it ain't even
it's
close.
not, it's not what we asked for, so, yep. Okay, moving on, proposed road takeover policy, some changes, potential changes. In the packet, there's a couple things. If you flip to the very last page of the packet, I had a conversation with, Terry Purcell, from the Vermont DEC on Monday, yesterday. And just described to him the situation of us taking over a road possibly where there's already a stormwater permit in place. And he was very good to talk to and he said it could be done. And he said the landowners, according to the state rules, all landowners have to be part of the permit. So that means we would have to be a co-permittee. But the part that was very interesting discussing with him, because I talked to him about coming up to an agreement, when I use the word developer, homeowners association, depending on who's holding that permit. He said you can make an agreement with them and you need to do that first on who's gonna take care of the conditions of the permit and who's gonna pay for the permit. And he said you can come in an agreement where the town does not absorb any of the cost, and that's written into that agreement. And he said that would be made part of the request with the Vermont DEC to be a co-permittee, so that's all on file there, that there's an agreement and so on. So it can be done. Whether we want to do that or get involved with that, that's our decision, but I just took that information and I put it into the changes to the road takeover policy, which states that. And if you take a look at the proposed changes, the highlight doesn't show up, it's just shaded. State that an agreement be completed between the town and developer homeowners association outlining who is responsible for maintaining the conditions of the permit. The agreement would also outline who is responsible for any costs related to the permit, maintenance fees, etc. Town's position is all costs to include agreement preparation and responsibility of the developer, homeowners association. And then the town becomes a co-permittee to the stormwater permit as part of the application. The agreement noted above is included in the permit application. So that would be a situation, Jerry Mill Lane, they've been after us to take over the road. And that's all been developed, they have a homeowners association. The way the project was set up is the road is a separate piece of property. The property lines don't go to the middle of the road, so we could take over that property. And they still maintain and pay for the storm permit, but we would have to be a co-permittee. But we'd have that agreement written, if that's something we wanted to do.
We'd be indemnified of any liability going forward if we were co-permittee.
I'm sure the state would say no. He was very good at saying, if that's the agreement, then we're going after them first. And I said, look, this this area that we're talking about is some pretty nice homes, and, you know, I'm quite confident they're not gonna let it. But that's for us to decide later, this is just the policy if we wanna
Yeah,
adopt it, and I
okay.
don't wanna.
Yeah.
And to me, Jerry Mill Lane, one of my recommendations, if we even wanna consider it, is we tell them, go get the cores done like we did to the other place, and the road didn't even meet the requirements, and then it's a done deal. So I just said I would propose some changes here, and the other change was on the, getting a letter from the homeowners, or from the, homeowners association or the developer that we would get an irrevocable offer of dedication, which basically says, we would like you to take over the road, but it gives us time to work it and stuff, and we can at any time say we're not interested in it, so.
I think this is well written. Good job.
Well, thank you. Tried to take in all the
Yep.
concerns and considerations and explain it just the way the guy from the state talked or discussed it.
Yeah, you know, this is a good example of what we talked about the other night. We're gonna put a list of all of the policies we have. And there's probably a lot more than we realize, but this might be one of them that we would review periodically,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so it just keeps it current, monitors our liability, so.
Yeah, and if this is acceptable to the state, this is you know, makes it more realistic that a road could be taken over. You know, because otherwise, basically, we'd never take roads over, even though it says we have a policy. So I think it's, you know, the language is good, you know, and let's see if it can get it to work. The other thing is, if we're
Permitting.
permitted, then we'll make sure that the permits get filed on time. And that'll save a lot of money in the permitting process.
Well, I wanna be careful though. I don't know if we wanna take that liability of ensuring that
Well,
permits get filed.
I know we're not entitled to any cost for the penalties, but
Yeah.
if they get filed on time, it seems like it's a lot easier process to go through.
As long as we don't assume any liability if they don't get filed.
Well,
Time.
that could be in there, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe adding extra pressure, I think it'd be a good thing.
A what?
Maybe adding extra pressure to the homeowners to get the permitting process through faster. So the town could put pressure on the homeowners association.
yeah, if we can find out where they are, that's the trouble with them things.
Well,
Well, the state
I have an
starts the
idea how you could
process.
enforce that.
Yeah,
It would be, we'd have to pass an ordinance, and basically if there was ever a problem in the future where they didn't, we could, or the town, could assess the stormwater utility fee just on that development. And that would go as a lien on their property. So either we're gonna put the lien on, or the state's gonna put the lien on. But that, you know, is further discussion.
is that what other towns are considering?
Well, other towns have the stormwater utility fee. Town of St. Albans, $50 in every parcel.
Every year?
Yep. And it's more for commercial property. But there are some other towns that do have it just for specific developments. I don't have all the particulars, I just started looking today, so. But that's something that we can
Yeah.
think about doing, if that was to be a problem.
Well, it's the cost, you know,
Yeah.
somebody, should the town bear it, the rest of the town bear it too, I guess that's the issue. If not, then it's nice to know that we have the potential to set up them districts, and if something happens, they would be liable for it, the people that live there.
I think about all this and the extended liability we might have. I think you could buy the bridge down here for $1 for the village about now. You know, they don't, the current trustees don't remember how that all came about, but my biggest, and this is well written, I just wanna make sure that 6 years down the road, we don't stick another select board with a big bill, that's all.
Well, I gotta tell you, Steve, it's gonna be an issue that towns are gonna have to deal with.
Oh, yeah, I
You know,
realize that.
It
Once we
always
identify-
comes down to the low man on the totem pole.
So anyway, those are the proposed changes. If,
I'd make a motion, we accept those.
I'll second that.
motion is made and seconded to, accept the changes to the road takeover policy. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Okay, anybody have anything else on highway that they wanna discuss or me to chase down later? All right, moving on to item 6, Old Town Business, update on land swaps. Do you have any luck with Brian Rowell at all?
Well, I've talked to Brian, our Brian, and if it's in the attorney's hands, they should be contacting, there should be conversations between the attorneys and, you know, so that they're getting the information they need.
Right.
Because, you know, I can go talk to him, but I don't see, you know, he's not really doing it himself. I mean, if it should be at the point where the attorneys are finishing up the work.
Well, my understanding is speaking to, or not speaking with, but email exchange with the lady who's handling this in Brian Manahan's office, is that Kristen is her name. We have provided everything that is needed that the school has wanted, and they're being represented by Tim Hurlbert, and they've received everything. They're satisfied with everything that we've sent them, so the school has done their part, we've done our part, so it goes back to, they haven't heard, it's been 2 weeks since they've heard from Rowell's attorney, and they were trying to get a hold of them, and that was, that was last Friday, and then I asked her today if they had heard back, and she hasn't replied back, but, so that's where it is, right, it's something with his attorney.
Well, if they don't get anything by this week, I guess I'd go see Brian, yeah, at that point.
At one point, and maybe that isn't, it isn't an issue anymore, there was the thing about like a mortgage or something on the property and they had to
They
get that
need-
removed.
They need a partial release, we're not sure if that's been done or not. I don't know, I could check the land records and see if one came through, but
I haven't seen it
We
yet.
haven't seen
Who
it.
has a mortgage on the property?
That I don't know, I just,
You're talking the property that we're gonna be swapping?
yes,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
and that was that issue I'd heard about needing a release.
they need a partial release.
Partial.
Right,
Yeah. That was not sure.
what's that?
It's a $300,000 line of credit from 20 years ago.
From who?
It's open-ended.
I want to say Yankee Farm Credit, but I don't think that's right.
Then it's now Farm Credit East.
Well, you know, Brian's attorney must know what's going on, and we could at least give our attorney an update so we know where
Right.
it's staying. I mean, if it's gonna take this to get done, okay, you know, that's fine. But at least we know where we are.
Okay.
So you're gonna
Oh,
ask,
wait a minute, before we move on, Joel, is it possible for the town and the school agreement, the land that we're swapping, can we do that anyways? I know a portion of it's Ral's, but isn't all the rest of it town property now?
So that we swap what needs to be done for
For the school, yeah.
I can ask, I think.
I don't know if
it
it's-
should be all right.
I don't know if it's all our land too, but I know some of it isn't, but I'm thinking some of it is.
Well, what we're doing with the school is all our land.
Yeah,
I think we wanna avoid doing it piecemeal though.
Yeah.
I think we're better off with all one package. The complicating thing, if there's a partial release needed, they may require an appraisal to make sure that the release of certain properties isn't gonna affect the valuation
yeah,
that they're
that
using.
might be very well with delaying everything.
Yeah, and
Getting an
that,
appraisal.
that could take 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, oh yeah, if not longer,
Yeah.
depends how busy they are.
Yeah.
Okay, well, alright, that's where we are right now, but we'll just stay on top of it, that's all.
Yeah.
And the new town business rural tech assistance, Nicole?
So I'm gonna hand down some flyers. I have been invited to.
Guess I better keep one for myself.
You should probably keep one for yourself. Through my work with Northwest Regional Planning, I've been invited to join a focus group about the evaluation of rural technical assistance. This describes the project a little bit. As we know, when Catherine Dimitrick came to speak to us, the legislator made some changes under Act 181. And part of that is to have the Agency of Commerce and community development recommendations for enhancing technical resources to rural communities such as ours. And I just wanted to share with you folks my work on that project. I will be involved in some listening sessions, but I wanted to be able to take some feedback or input from everybody here at this table, and or if you have any additional questions that you'd like me to have or find answers for, I would like to be able to do that and give them the best representation of Swanton moving forward to make sure that, you know, we can continue to receive any rural technical assistance that we may need in the future.
Is that just for municipalities or is it for people too, community members?
As far as for this is the invitation's been put out to community leaders, elected representatives, and the providers for the listening sessions, and then I'm not sure if they're going to continue that on to allow more public input into it. But if anybody has anything that they'd like to share, please email me so I can share. The listening session is happening on the 29th.
Are we considered a rural community? Because one's for the state of Vermont's pretty large.
Yes and no. We are. The village is part of the rural community. For some things, we do classify as a rural community. For other things, we don't.
I find it hard looking at just 2 pieces of paper to really get a handle on who are the technical assistance providers. I don't even see an example. So we're doing an evaluation and then come up with a strategic plan, but who are the technical assistant providers?
Regional planning would be a technical assistant provider, because they do offer capacity building for communities. And then it's the list of project steering committee members.
A lot of them are considered technical providers like the VCRD. Okay. This is kind of a big picture look, I guess, and then decide how to improve who's providing what.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions, comments, concerns? Hearing none, we'll move on to community economic development with an update on Swanton promotion.
Alright,
Swanton is the way I understand it.
yeah, we've got a couple issues that we need to get addressed tonight. And this is one of them.
So we did share this with the village. Susie did share this with the trustees. Nobody has come back and said this is not what they'd like to represent our community. So the designer of this has asked us if we've approved the project or not. So I'm coming today to ask for approval of the logo so that we can close out that project.
I'll make a motion to approve the logo.
There a second?
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve the Swanton, Vermont logo. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor state aye. Aye.
Alright,
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
So now that it's approved, the graphic will be sent to us in many different forms, for us to be able to use it on our website or wayfinding signs or brochures or however we choose to use it. And they'll also send us a branding guide that will help us utilize this logo to market our community in the future as
Okay.
part of the scope of work.
where do you wanna go to next? This?
We can go to this. So one of the things that Promote Swanton has been working on or has identified as something that we'd like to do is to create a brochure. This is just a very generic brochure created by the youth intern that has been working with us for us. Again, I wanted to bring it to the table of leaders to see what other additional things. This, I said, is a concept because we're waiting on some updated maps from regional planning to make sure, as you see the one in there is kind of blurry, to make sure that we're giving a quick, crisp, clean look at sorry, did I miss one?
It's okay.
Sorry. To make sure that we have a clean, crisp map in there. We do have a QR code that will go to that local business directory, when that is finished. Currently, right now, we have, I said 23 businesses in that business directory that the youth intern has been putting in. All of those will have pictures, descriptions, contact information. And I know, as Earl said before, we seem to be getting some really good traction.
Yeah, we could
That-
have that down to,
Nothing
give
like
a
this
rough
exists
idea,
now?
I mean, it's kinda small, but what?
Nothing like this exists now?
No,
Not,
not on our website.
Good.
the chamber has a business directory, but it's for members that are businesses that are in the chamber.
Yeah.
This is a directory of businesses that are in our whole entire community, and when it goes onto our website, they'll be categorized under eat, shop, stay, explore, or commercial business listings
You
for
said
folks.
website, you're talking about the town website, town.
Correct, the
Yeah.
town website.
So will we be printing these brochures, or this is the way it's gonna appear on the website?
No, this is just a concept. If we decide that we'd like to continue to move forward with a brochure, we can start with something, simple and basic like this. Or we can further look at other ways or other people to design it. This was, again, designed by our youth intern who is at Swanton Rec right now, working on several different community-based projects.
Pretty good job.
Yeah, and the other reason is, we wanted to get something out there fairly soon, because I assume this, trailhead is gonna be done, relatively soon.
Yep.
And we wanted something to get out there. This might not be the final project, but it would work for now. Because I hate to have nothing, people come all the way to the end and there's nothing for Swanton there,
Yeah, I mean, I look at this, I think it's a great start.
Yep.
I would get most of this map stuff maybe out of here. You can promote the trailhead even if it's not done right now, under construction and talk about a little bit about the trailhead, but other information, and then like transportation museum, if I was gonna leave that in there, I would put when it was open,
Sure.
just so
Yeah.
someone doesn't come buzzing in here and wanna go see it, and then it's,
Is the village okay with us promoting the beach that they own?
The last time I spoke to them about the beach, they're looking for more users to use that piece of real
We
estate.
got a lot of work to do before it can be used, so it's,
I know, I mean, that whole area, but at least it's down by the lake.
But I can certainly have the intern follow up
Yeah.
to make sure.
it's a beautiful spot.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in this room would wanna go down and use it.
No.
The beach is in tough shape.
But also this kind of rolls into this brochure, with Swanton Rec being on the Fit and Healthy, which is an extension to the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail. It's also a destination where the shuttle picks up and drops off for the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail. And so when people stop by, I mean, right now they see all of the children having a wonderful time. But they stop and inquire about, services in town. So this would be a way for us to hand them something quickly so that they would be able to further explore our community. And so on that same note, the Lamoille Valley Rail Trail is looking for user surveys. They're putting a user survey out, and so I'm just gonna leave this here in the town office for folks that use the trail, and they're also looking for trail ambassadors, folks that use the trail regularly that are members of the community that wanna be involved in helping to report back to the Agency of Transportation, things about our community that trail users might want to use or know about, but also the condition of the trail.
Well, we should, put that out on our Facebook page
we went out
and community,
today,
yeah, get it right out.
Website today.
Yeah, and,
And I shared it. It's the
But you
LVRT
know-
and the Missisquoi, both of those
Yeah.
in the meeting.
yeah,
The Missisquoi meeting is
Yeah,
coming
they're
up.
on the website.
but I'm sure, I'm hoping somebody in Swan will be interested in filling that position who's, into that type of, thing,
Yes, I put those out today and
Yeah.
shared it on Facebook.
yeah.
And just for local businesses information, so they know, how can they get on that directory? Who do they contact?
Form that they're delivering.
So, Mr. Fournier has been putting in lots of legwork. We've started out prior to summer camp, and now he's been out there doing it on his own with Susie. We've been going into businesses and asking them for their information. Those businesses that we haven't been able to get into, or that we have preliminary information for, maybe an incomplete portion for their listing, the intern is cold calling them and asking for that information. They've been working hard developing a script, and working on their communication skills to get the local businesses not only on the directory, but to find out what kind of resources they would support for teen or youth users, as the intern is also working on a youth guide to Swanton. We've talked about it for years, but they're really pushing it this time. So
Think a printed version of the directory like this would be a good idea.
Not yet.
Well,
We don't have it yet.
Yeah.
the QR code is going to go right
Yeah.
to the directory, so
Yeah.
somebody will just be able to see this, take a picture of it on their phone, and then it will be pop up, and they'll see all of it.
Yeah.
Most everybody has a smartphone these days, and we thought that is a great way.
Yeah,
And that
that-
way too, that QR code can be posted on other information areas, kiosks throughout the trail, so people can pre-plan their trip to our community, and or when we're sending out town report or other information to the community. It's just a very small piece of real estate on a pamphlet that anybody will be able to really see that, so we can start not only promoting our community and the businesses here,
Which, we need to probably, even if we don't get the whole website updated all in one shot, we need to start getting this business listing in there. So you do have that QR code here.
Yep, so
We'll have to start working that.
I'm gonna send out what I have to EcoPixels.
Okay.
He's going to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And have, put a business thing on the top. I know you got community, you can take on that, but I don't know how we wanna list that.
It's gonna look like this.
I've been telling people it's gonna be a separate page,
It is,
okay, and so it's gonna have a heading up there,
correct,
yeah. So I'll have to come up with some kind of name.
But he's going to do it, right?
correct.
Yeah, he will do it, yeah.
And once
Okay.
it starts,
Oh, you
it'll
you
be
can,
updated,
you
right?
guys can work that.
Yep, but we
Lot of
would
fun.
like to get approval tonight, we've already done that. How many do you think we should get printed?
I'm not sure. I think we probably need to work on some revisits.
Yeah, I know, but
Before
I
we-
mean, we haven't got time to go, if we wanna get it going, are you saying like maybe 250 to start with? Cause then we might upgrade it.
Maybe just 100 to start with.
Alright, I guess we'd like to get approval for that, and I don't know, that shouldn't be a real big expense. You've been printing them right there at the place anyway, so there's no cost to it then.
No, I mean, if as long as it's okay with everybody, I can, for a ream of paper, I can print some.
Yeah, but it'd be probably cheaper to go somebody else and just get them done.
It'd be higher
Than
quality.
your ink, than
Right.
your
It
ink.
would also be on a higher quality paper, which would
Okay,
give it a
so
You're
professional look.
talking very little dollars.
Yeah, I don't have any idea, but,
I don't even think it'd be $1 per sheet to go get a professional to print something like this.
Might not, well, it's with the cost of ink today maybe, but
UPS goes.
Right, yeah.
Where-
So if-
I think it's a great idea, I mean, obviously, where would, for an example like this, where would the money come from?
well, the money that we've been using so far for all this has come out of the, special funds.
Good.
And I think it was 7,000 or 7,500, see, that's what I got, that got approved by the board.
For this, for your group?
Yes, for our group,
It
for what
was,
we're doing.
it was approved to do this.
Yeah,
And,
but we did talk about a brochure too, and I think,
so I think there's money in there right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there is, but I think at some point, you might want to kind of look forward and say, we're looking at a budget of X number of dollars of that 7, maybe if you can,
I think, we're gonna have to seriously consider that, Steve, if we wanna promote our community.
We should build it into next year's
Yeah.
2026
Yeah.
budget, absolutely.
Yep, and come up with some kind of plan, what we plan on doing, cause there's only so much you can do all,
Yeah.
but, we need to continue to do it, because if we don't, it ain't gonna get done.
no, I mean, it's a great job. I just
Yeah.
think we ought to start budgeting for it and planning for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
when it comes to this, do you wanna get a quote from the UPS store first? Just so we know for sure, or?
I'm very comfortable, I mean, I personally think it's gonna take you a week to almost 2 weeks. to-
Oh, yeah, before we
So
get
we
going.
would see it at our next meeting.
Okay,
anyway.
yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
But what we
get it.
didn't do is officially approve this, right?
I thought we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
So I guess we'll wait till the next meeting to get anything, we'll have a better idea, and maybe we'll have a different number too, who knows, you know? Depending how far along the page is, cause then
Yeah.
I'd be willing to print a few more if we have a good QR code.
Is this the kind of thing we might send, like to the, stations along the interstate, the rest areas?
Wow,
There's a cost to putting your
Yeah.
brochures in the rest area stations, but, you know, just thinking alongside the trail, there's kiosks, there's community bulletin boards,
Yeah.
and something like this, especially because I think it's very eye-catching.
let me just,
People would wanna look at it.
let me just add what you're saying, Steve, this is when you talk about promoting Swanton, and we have a budget, maybe we'll budget for that cost, cause it might not be that much, you know? But we would budget for it, and cause I think it's a good idea too.
Oh, yeah, you know, you think about it, didn't we have a discussion with where the rest area might be between Swanton and Highgate?
Yeah,
I mean, there's a perfect place for it.
yep,
You're gonna stop, do whatever, and then you might grab that and, who knows, come into
Get some
Swanton.
information out of it,
That's-
absolutely.
Does the one in Albert charge? Or is it just the one on the interstate?
what's that?
The one in Albert,
It's a state run.
It's a state one, it's a state one, yeah.
oh, okay.
That would be a good piece of information to.
Yeah, that'd be
Find
another
out
place
and
to
share
have
with us,
some there
yeah.
too, you know? I don't think the cost is that high, we should look into it.
Yeah,
What is it? Let me just-
On the other hand, there's so many brochures at these rest areas, I don't even know if everybody would pick it up.
No,
You know, maybe up here where we have the bike path, that's a whole different story.
Or up at the Tyler Place where
Yeah.
folks are coming in from all over,
Yeah,
all over the
yeah,
world, they
that's
could pick that up and come into town.
certainly, that's
There
my
you got
places,
you
yeah.
got a captive audience.
Right.
Okay, the other thing is I did have a discussion with Susie. I don't know if Susie talked to the trustees, but it has to do with the signs itself, and where they're gonna be located and
Thank you.
additional signage, especially for the village and, you know, trying to coordinate a plan. So that discussion is ongoing. And hopefully we'll come up with something, but I don't know. I guess the idea was we were gonna have the town seal and the village seal here and the
Abenaki flag.
Abenaki flag in the middle.
and a Thunderbird, just we had to change the wording on the Thunderbird.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the plan, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
So-
asked, and they haven't got back to me because of the holiday,
yeah,
but I asked the people who proposed the original sign to take this graphic.
Yeah.
And come back to us and show us what it would look like.
okay. You know, even if we haven't made a final determination where they're gonna go, we should at least get the thing made up.
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
time, it's time to do it.
Yep, it's time to do it.
Good job.
All right, thank you. That's project in progress, but we are making progress. Good on you guys. Any other necessary business?
No,
Correspondence?
nothing.
Public comment? Mr. Nielsen, anything? All right. And we're the only ones on the Zoom. Upcoming events.
Thursday, July 24th, 2025, the DRB will be meeting at 6 p.m. here at the town offices and by Zoom. Friday, July 25th, 2025, will be the Swanton Community Block Party at 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Down on the Merchants Row corner of the park. Saturday, July 26th, will be the Swanton Chamber of Commerce Car Show on the Village Green with a rain date of the 27th. Tuesday, August 5th, 2025 will be National Night Out on the Village Green, 5 to 8 p.m. Wednesday, August 6th will be the special select board meeting at 6 p.m. here in the town offices and by Zoom. And on that week, on August 9th, will be Corn Fest held at Swanton Recreation.
Which, August 9th?
August 9th from 3 to 7. There'll also be a 5K that day. And a cornhole tournament if anybody would like to participate in those.
Adam Paxton has said it's not gonna rain on the 26th.
When Adam shows up, it never does.
Alright, executive session,
Don't need it.
then we're not gonna do it. Motion to adjourn,
I make a motion to adjourn at 6:59 PM.
do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion made, second, and adjourn at 6:59, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so moved.